Yes, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
How much money in dollars does a Nigerian worker need to survive in the current economy?
A lot of dollar, given the current economic situation in the country. The, the Nigerian worker is expected to have all the good things of life, locally plan for his future, especially when you look at the fact that there are no social safety nets even after retirement. So he has to even save. But if you are taking it, literally, you discover that the global index is that no one can survive with less than $2 per day. And if you do that, if you sum it up, you have about 360, and that's for feeding. And then that translates to almost 540 or about 500,000 naira in Nigeria. I think that's just for feeding. So if you have to add other expenses, that would require some money. It can be less than $1,000, which is not too much.
And presently, the Nigerian workers have access to this amount of money.
Yeah, that's why we are negotiating. That's why we are battling. The 30,000 they are currently receiving, I'm not sure it's up to about $20-something per month. I'm not sure that anybody living anywhere, will live on even $20 in a day. That's the situation.
How much money can the government realistically offer without hurting the economy?
I wouldn't know how much money that government has in their coffers. And I wouldn't know some other competing interests. Whether the government prefers to construct roads or dig boreholes for paying salary, or what is their priority, in that regard. Ordinarily, you can pay what you are asking for.
Can the labor unions get the 1,500% increase they are demanding, and what will be the impact?
Well, if it's the priority of government, you can, because if you look at the level of devaluation and inflation, you discover that uh, that is what is expected for them to survive. But we did all the analysis, what a plate of food should be, house rent and all that. But that, to them, that should amount to living wage. For them, they're looking at minimum wage. So a minimum wage that does not guarantee survival, will amount to a starvation wage. So we need to balance the two. What is that you need to equally go to work and come back, in a month? What is it that you need as a normal human being to feed in a month? That's why
Would you say these financial challenges have sort of affected productivity of workers over the years?
it has, because even officially, most governors, who are pathetic, ask workers to come to work 2 times or 3 times in a month. So if you are supposed to work for 5 days, and they're officially asking you to come to work for only 2 days, you will agree with me that productivity for a period of 5 days and 2 days can never be the same. So ordinarily, the pace of productivity has been distorted.
Okay, President Tinubu's economic policies, like removal of the fuel subsidies, increasing electricity tariffs, are being blamed for some of this soaring cost of living. Can the government do anything about it?
They can revise their policies. Simplicity. If you allow the subsidy, if you subsidize, which is what they were arguing, or if you refine hair, all the whole logic and calculation of taking crude abroad and then refining it and bringing it back, adding the cost in foreign currency, that will be taken care of. Nobody will be telling you that this is the rate of dollar to naira if you are refining. if Port Harcourt and Kaduna and other refineries in the country are working. So that will save us the headache of refining in dollar, paying the cost of shipping and landing and whatever in dollar. So if we refine in Port Harcourt and we get it, we will not have that challenge. It will save us the cost. It will save us this issue of subsidy or no subsidy. And then by the time you float, and it will equally affect even the flotation of the currency, because if you have to go to the black market to get the required money you need at the rate of the black market, and for you to use it to import PMS, you will not add your own profit on it and sell here. It doesn't help our economy. So if we revise these policies by being kind of independent, in terms of refining the product that will have both comparative and competitive advantage here, we won't have all this challenge.
Okay, finally, some people have said that if we increase the minimum wage, let's say we eventually get maybe 100,000, 150, 200,000, 300,000 minimum wage, for example, that some traders might now hike goods in the market, services might now increase, and workers might still struggle in any way. Some have suggested that the government policies, like you said, should come down instead of, the money of the workers and all of that. What's your reaction to all of that?
Well, even if the government policies are reversed today, inflation has eaten deep for the past 5 years. When the last minimum wage came into existence. So those people calculating of the inflation, whatever, and saying reverse those policies, it is difficult in Nigeria for what has gone up to come down. What we're even demanding is what inflation has caused already. As of today, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. Now, the issue of cost of living, it has gone up without salary increase for the past 5 years. There's hardly anything that has not moved more than 300 or 400% without wage increase. And now you can now see that the wage increase is not the cause of inflation. Because if wage has remained constant for 5 years and inflation is high, cost of living is running, whether you increase wage or not today in Nigeria, cost of living will continue to swell up. And then that wage that you suppress will still be there, and the people will not be able to even use the suppressed wage to even purchase even one item. That's the fear.
Okay, yeah, just this one last one. What if the government, or what happens in a situation when what happens if the government don't reverse some of these economic policies and the workers' wages are not increased as expected to the particular amounts that maybe the workers, the labor union wants?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. You see that you can't run an economy with a suppressed wage. The economy will collapse. The purchasing power will not be there. You need to go to the market, each day workers and salary. The people, the landlords will get their pay. The people that sell food items will get their pay. Those that are industries, whatever, their products will be bought. So an economy where the wage is not there, or it doesn't have value, that economy is gone. And then the restiveness that follows it, is what we cannot measure. Then we'll be heading towards Zimbabwe. We'll be heading towards a situation whereby a basket full of money will buy a handful of products. That's what is going to happen.
Is there a tendency we might just go back on strike?
Is
there a tendency we might just go back on strike?
Well, the strike is the last resort. You can see that we have started afresh the dialogue. Now, if the dialogue ends and nothing comes out of it, what happens? That's the question everybody should be asking. Because the strike they were talking about was the end of the road. If we reach the end of the road, everybody goes